Tell me, how many times have you called it luck? That missed turn that saved you from a collision. That random phone call from a friend, coming exactly when you were at your breaking point. At our age, we've seen too much of this life to believe in accidents anymore. Is it possible that you've been hosting guests in your home for decades without ever offering them a seat? There is a thin line between a coincidence and a command from heaven. Today, on the Silver Porch, we are going to decode the secret language of the divine. Because your life isn't just a series of random events, it's a protected journey. And it's time you knew who's been holding the map. Now, I want you to lean in. Because if you're still here, it's because your soul recognizes the truth of what I'm saying. You've felt it, but perhaps you've been too rational to name it. How does the divine, the angels, the guardians, the Father actually move through your hallway? They don't need to break the laws of physics to get your attention. They just need to whisper through the cracks of your routine. Here are 3 undeniable signs you've been ignoring. Sign number 1. The midnight wake-up call. Have you ever found yourself wide awake at 3:00 a.m.? Not because you have to go to the bathroom, and not because of a bad dream. You just are. Your mind is clear. The house is silent. Most people in their 50s and 60s call this insomnia. They reach for a sleeping pill or their phone. But look closer. In that silence, the world's noise is finally turned off. The ego is quiet. This isn't a medical condition, it's an invitation. It is a tap on the shoulder from an angel, asking for a moment of your time. When the house is still, the still small voice can finally be heard. Next time it happens, don't fight it. Ask, what are we talking about tonight, Lord? Sign number 2, the wave of unearned serenity. Life at our age isn't always easy. We worry about our health, our bank accounts, the world our grandchildren are inheriting. Sometimes, the anxiety feels like a heavy fog. But then out of nowhere, as you're washing a dish or staring at a tree, a wave of calm washes over you. You didn't do anything to earn it. The problem didn't go away, but the fear did. This is the peace that surpasses all understanding. It is the residue of a messenger passing through the room. It's an angel whispering the outcome is already settled. You can breathe now. If you felt a sudden warmth in a cold season of life, you weren't imagining it. You were being embraced. Finally, have you ever had a stranger, someone you've never met and will never see again, say exactly what you needed to hear? Perhaps a clerk at the grocery store, or a comment from a person in a park. They use a phrase your mother used to say, or they answer a question you only asked in your private prayers an hour before. The Bible tells us to be kind to strangers, for some have entertained angels unawares. But here is the secret: angels often borrow human vocal cords when they know we are too tired to hear the spiritual ones. When a stranger's words make you want to cry for joy, that wasn't a coincidence. It was a targeted message delivered to your door. There is an old story, passed down through generations of those who work with their hands, about a master weaver who lived high in the mountains. A traveler once stumbled into his workshop and stood behind the great loom. From that side, the traveler was horrified. He saw a chaotic mess of tangled knots, frayed silk, and dark, ugly threads that seemed to ruin the vibrant patterns. He thought the master had lost his mind, weaving such a disaster. But then, the master weaver stopped his work. He reached out, took the traveler's hand, and led him to the other side of the loom. From the front, the tangles disappeared. The knots were gone. In their place was a breathtaking landscape of a rising sun. The very dark threads that looked like mistakes from behind were now the deep shadows of the mountains that gave the sun its brilliance. The master whispered, "You were looking at the back of the tapestry, where the work is messy. I have been looking at the front all along." At our stage of life, my friend, we are often like that traveler. We look back at our regrets, our losses, and the messy parts of our history. We see the knots. But the divine, the mapmaker, he is looking at the other side. Those coincidences we've felt, Those are the golden threads he uses to tie the dark ones together. You see a tragedy, he sees a transition. You see an ending, he sees a masterpiece finally coming into focus. The ancient Stoics had a name for this deep trust in the design of life. They called it Amor Fati, not just accepting your fate, but truly loving it. Because once you realize that your home is guarded and your path is marked by a master's hand, the fear of the knots starts to melt away. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" And you start asking, "What is being woven here?" Tonight, as you turn off the lights and walk through your hallway, don't look for the luck in your day. Look for the presence. Listen to the silence. Say a quiet thank you to the air, acknowledging the mapmaker who has brought you this far. My friend, you are a guest in a house that is being looked after. You are a soul on a journey that is being guided. And on this long, beautiful road, you are never, ever walking alone. If this reflection brought a bit of light to your porch tonight, I invite you to join our growing family here. Click the subscribe button and stay with us for more quiet moments of wisdom. And before you go, I want to hear from you. We are building a tapestry together in the comments below. Tell me what knot in your life ended up becoming a beautiful part of your story. Your experience might be the stranger's voice that someone else needs to hear at their breaking point tonight. Keep your heart open and your porch light on. I'm the Silver Porch. Good night.